Welcome to the Not Move podcast. We have a very special edition this week. We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We have our resident Eagles fan, Santana, Dope, and Coach Gibson. And then, of course, you have me, Southgate, and special guest Bo from No Man. So, just kind of want to go over this week's game, guys. Kind of your expectations on what we're going to see on Sunday. Obviously, you guys are undefeated. We're definitely the underdogs. I think the line was set at 4.5, 3.5, something like that. So I just kind of want to get your guys' input on what we can expect from Sunday's game. Santana, what are you thinking? How do you think this game is going to pan out?
To me, this game is going to come down to the defenses. I said this plenty of times. The turnovers is going to determine the outcome of the game for me, in my opinion. Trust my offense more than I trust Denver's offense. I feel like we're way more talented than them offensively. And I'm gonna put the cherry on top with my birds. The special teams is playing real great. They're playing out of their mind. So they've been helping us out a lot. That is in my opinion.
All right, awesome. Bo, what's your opinion on how this game is going to turn out on Sunday? Or Southgate, someone from the Broncos side.
I think it's going to be a safe, not safe line, but AJ Brown game and Smitty game. This game, they're going to open up the playbook, and I think the score is going to be 17-25. Hurt.
All right.
Bo, is your mic good?
Bro, my stuff is way messing up, bro. And I don't know. Maybe it's just the phone and StreamYard. Listen, I'm gonna kind of like backpack off of Santana. I kind of agree. It's gonna come down to a defensive turnover battle, man. I I got to agree on the talent side there, but I think we have more to prove to the NFL, to fans, to everything. We got to make a statement somewhere, and I think where's the better statement? It's here. So I think with everything going into to this week, our defense has been playing good. Our offense has started clicking. Offenses don't start clicking until week 5, week 6 in the NFL, anyways. So I have high hope for us. I don't think there's anybody on the secondary that can guard Cortland, and it's on the roles are reversed. I think AJ Brown is going to be easily covered by Sertan. So I don't know. You take off one side of the field, and then you go to the run game. The run game ain't been just spectacular for Philly right now. I mean, I will say, Saquon, top 3 running back in the league, however you want to see it. It hasn't been Philly's game the past couple weeks. It hasn't. They've won their games. They've showed they can get gritty and win the games, but it's still just early, right? Philly started clicking in like week 10 last year. I'd say around the same time as Ravens started clicking too. And I mean, good team. But I just think if you're going to catch the Eagles, catch them early. And what better time? What better time whenever the injuries on y'all side isn't that great?
All right. Well,
go ahead,
I don't feel crazy about going there off the short week, but that's life. I think the way to beat Philadelphia is you have to run a no huddle. I'm not saying snap the ball within 10 seconds. I'm saying just have your linemen line up so that defensive line cannot substitute. And we have to control the time of possession and keep the ball out of the Eagles' offense. Run, short pass, check downs, whatever we got to do. We have to keep the sticks moving little by little. Nothing deep, nothing crazy. And just don't let that defensive line sub out, get them tired, and then we'll be able to push them around if we can make them tired and not sub out.
All right. Like, just my personal opinion on this matchup, I think it's going to come down to matchups, right? How is PS2 going to do? How is he going to fare against AJ? Obviously, Jalen, he gets a lot of crap, and we all know that. And I think he's definitely an underrated quarterback in this league. So is he going to be trying to force the ball to AJ just because of what we hear on the rumblings of, AJ being unhappy and wanting to get the ball more. If PS2 is clamping him up, I think that could definitely cause some frustration in that Eagles team. But at the same time, I think they got definitely some weapons to expose us on the matchup on our end, because Riley Moss has been getting cooked. So you hit on it constantly every week. Riley Moss is a liability, and DeMonta Schmitty, he's a damn good receiver. So I'm worried about that matchup. The other matchup I'm worried about is Dallas Goedert, right? Dallas Goedert, I think, could definitely expose Alex Singleton, because Singleton is a liability in pass coverage. So these are the two matchups, and these are the two of them that I'm looking forward to the most. Is how is Alex Singleton going to be able to cover at Dallas Goedert, and how is Schmitty going to fare against Riley Moss? Now, on the flip side, I think there's a liability on that Philadelphia Eagles team too, and his name is Adoree Jackson. So, I mean, I wouldn't say you guys are world beaters necessarily on where we are in the season, but at the same time, you guys are pulling out those tight wins. The thing that makes it an intriguing matchup to me is we're not losing. We haven't gotten dog walked, and we haven't dog walked anyone. And on the flip side, Philly has kind of done the same thing. They haven't really dog walked a lot of teams, and they haven't really been dog walked. So I think it's an intriguing matchup. Obviously, two great defenses. I think we're going to hit a lot on that. Anybody else got anything like they want to add to this matchup and what they're looking forward to seeing tomorrow?
I want to talk about the Denver Broncos in the matchup.
Coach has to give his take.
Can you hear me?
Actually, we have a question. Is Greenlaw healthy?
No, he's not going to play.
He won't be back until like
Coach
the Giants
has to give his take.
Oh, Coach, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach, you good.
I want to know, with the Broncos game, I want to know if the Broncos going to commit to the run. If they commit to the run, bootleg off the run, 20 carries from Dobbins, they might got a chance. But I think our special teams, our punter man, is going to put y'all in a bad situation. And I want to know if y'all going to have a patient enough offense to drive down the field constantly and score on the Eagles. That's the part I don't see with the Broncos. I think if you give Bo Nix too many more chances, he's going to give us a couple of them balls. That's how the Eagles going to beat the Broncos this week. It's plain and simple. I'm not saying we're going to have the best run game. We might not have the best pass game. We're going to play field position football, win the game. It's going to be tough, and we're going to get up out of there. Broncos got a great defense. Y'all going to be okay. But I still think Smitty and AJ still got an advantage over Moss and PS2, because I think you start the game off with AJ slant passes. You make the safety come up, get a little run game. You get Smitty over the top. Play simple football. We get out of here unscathed, 28-17. I just don't see the Broncos with enough firepower to keep on scoring. That's it.
That's fair. One thing that I definitely was noticing looking at coming into this game is, I'm not saying that J.K. Dobbins obviously is not a better running back than Saquon Barkley, but up to this point, his stats look a little bit better on less carries. Now, I just want to ask you Eagles fans, what do you think is the problem with getting your guys' running game going up to this point, heading into week 5?
I think our run design is kind of, and it's been kind of bad up to this point. I think you're not attacking the strength of Saquon Barkley. I think we don't get him on the edges enough. I think we got him running into 8-man boxes. That's draining to a running back. You feel what I'm saying? I think if you get our guards pulling a little bit more and get Saquon downhill, we'd be effective. I'm not looking for the old Saquon to get 200 yards or 150. If Saquon can get that 90, 98 to 100 yards every game or close to it, and our run game just keep pushing, we are a way, way better football team. When we make everybody commit to us and play that single high safety, it's hard to beat the Eagles, man. It's hard to beat the Eagles.
100%. Agreed. So let me say something though, because you were talking about pulling guards. Well, that's what Denver football's been doing these past weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think J.K. Dobbins has been proven that with the 51% of the snaps, and that's the stats that he has.
Mm-hmm.
So our O-line is still. I still give them top 3 in the game. I don't know, like Southgate was saying, if we go fast, I don't know how much that one safety up top really matters whenever we have a safety that longs with like Brandon Jones or Funga. right? So some really top tier safeties. So even if we were playing a single high, I like my chances, playing man on the rest, right? I love it. I love Surtain on AJ. I love Smitty on Riley because what really gets Riley Moss is physicality and size, man. I mean, he's a small corner. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. It's been big body receivers that get the best of him. The T. Higgins, the Keenan Allen. So I like my matchup with Smitty. And then if you talk about some rush, that Jalen Hurts is going to have to make decisions quick, man. And I don't know, without a run game, I don't know how well that's going to correlate. Like you said, I mean, your run is a little, your scheme wise, right? It's a little different than what it should be. Like you said, he should be bouncing on the outside. Saquon got legs, bro. Like bounce him out, bro. Like do it right. And is that going to continue into this week, or are y'all just, and like Train was saying, bro, if it don't continue, are you going to turn around and go straight to AJ Brown and test Surtain? Like it's a good matchup, bro. It's a good matchup.
Yeah, but with this PS2 situation, I think everybody getting it mixed up a little bit. Like everybody thinking like beating PS2 over the top and all that. Nah. AJ only getting 1.7 yards of separation now. It get dropped every year. We're not saying test PS2 over the top. I'm saying if AJ Brown can come back routes, slant routes, 6, 7, 8 yards, make the defense think twice, the linebacker come creep down, we got to open and run the football. Everybody thinking like beating PS2 over the top. No, AJ gonna have his chance. He's gonna get 1-on-1, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about AJ bullying the middle of the field like he always do. That's what keep our offense going. That's the engine that we need. That's it. I'm not worried about AJ beating you over the top. You're going to have them chances. If you take care of what's in front of you, you're going to have some chances to beat somebody over the top. That's it.
You're right on that, too. Like, but the situation with that is the other corners that we got, man. Like, we talk about the linebacker core, but they can sit in the zone, man. They can sit in that mid. And just watch Saquon and AJ, especially if we're just talking about the slants, man. I mean, they can. That's even with as I won't say poverty as Singleton is. He can do that. It's y'all are gonna have to have some big plays, bro. In my opinion, I think y'all are gonna have to take that chance with AJ Brown and try to burn PS2.
Because do you think them chances won't be there?
Are they going to be there? That's what it goes back to my last statement. He's going to have to make quick decisions. Well, speaking as Jalen Hurts, he's going to have to make quick decisions. Is there going to be enough time for that even to happen? Is what I want to ask too. Like I don't know. I mean, I know how good our pass rush is. I know how good our just rush in general is too. But you do have a top O-line in the game. So, I mean, last time we played the top O-line in the game, we only got 1 sack. So, it just kind of depends. I mean, we both have holes and flaws in the game right now in week 5. I like to stretch that, bro, because week 5 really is – this ain't what we're going to be seeing in week 14, 15. It ain't. It just ain't.
So, first up, what's up, y'all? I apologize for coming late. But, Bo, I have the same question for you. With Quinion traveling, how P2 travels, do you think Portland Sutton is going to have a big day? What do you think for your offense? Like, what is it going to take?
I think Cortland can for sure have a big day. I was just mentioning that with others. I'm not saying Quinion is a bum or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. He's a top 10 in his position in the game, in my opinion. I'm just talking about the size difference and the physicality difference, man. Like it's going to be a problem. I really do. We got big body receivers with Pat and Cortland, and I think that's going to be a problem. It's not so much just the passing; it's the blocking downfield. It's the getting the edge, picking, just like we were talking about Saquon that he wasn't getting. We're getting that. Like we are a pretty complete team, except the little flaws. We gotta fix our mistakes. Our mistakes are in our head, bro. Like we got all the talent in the world to take off, bro. We do. It's just when.
Can I ask a question? When you say flaws, what kind of flaws you talking about with your team?
With my team,
Yeah.
our linebacker core is poverty, bro.
What else?
Without
Ofunga.
Greenlaw, I mean,
Ofunga.
What's your offensive
Ufanga's
flaw?
our offensive flaw.
Hmm.
Right now, I mean, I thought coming into this year we weren't going to be able to run the ball, but it's been kind of the complete opposite. I mean, Bo Nix. Oh, okay, there we go. That's
Mm.
what you want me to say because I
Okay.
know that's my one answer is Bo. Yes, I'll give you
There
that
we go. Now we
because
now we now we cook now we
and
cooking with grease, baby. Now we cooking with grease,
hey,
baby.
but I will say we've seen the same thing from that same player
Hmm.
last year
Right.
against reputable, the same type of caliber defenses
Okay.
that we've seen in the past. So and Bo took off week 4, week 5, didn't look back,
Hmm.
caught up to JD5 because JD5 had a fast start for the rookie of the year. So I mean, and then you turn around, whoa, Bo Nix come out of nowhere, get second in rookie of the year.
Hmm.
Can he get he took off, man, and never looked back. It didn't matter about the competition. It didn't matter. The bigger games, he performed the best. So I mean, I take it with a grain of salt with what we've seen this year. I think Bo can have a resurgence after this game, a big resurgence, especially if we win.
Okay. Okay. Do you trust him to be patient this game?
I'm gonna have to.
No, I mean like is that in his DNA? That's in his nature. Is that his nature to be patient?
He's played patient, like he's given you a whole bunch of different sides of Bo, man. You've seen him in the high firepowering. You got to score, get down the field in 2 minutes. We've seen 2-minute drills with him, and we've seen patience, man. I mean, if you go watch our games this year, in the first half, he was making bad mistakes. Second half, he, like you said, he started being patient a little more. And the Chargers game is a prime example of that. I mean, I don't know, man. I critique that guy a lot because, like, if you would have caught me on TikTok a week and a half ago instead of yesterday, whenever we talked, it would have been a different conversation we were having.
Okay.
So I'm there's issues with Bo. I do think he may cost us some games, bro. I mean, he already almost did, and so I do think that. But he's a young, growing quarterback. Well, he's not really young, but he's growing in the NFL.
Okay.
So back to the whole Cortland thing. The matchup Cortland versus Quinion is gonna be good. It's gonna be good because they're both physical. Quinion's a physical corner and Son's a physical receiver. So that can go one or two ways, right? It can be straps or Cortland can just go off.
Right,
Personally,
but
the way Quinion has been playing over the last 4 weeks, I I see Marvin Mims and other guys having a bigger day because you're
right.
gonna have to attack like Ringo or Dory if he plays or do other things like that to attack our attackers. Also, if I look more towards the Kobe Dean's supposed, I'm not sure, but he's supposed to be making his debut this week. I
No, he's
see
not
that
going
as
to.
a he's
He's
not this
not.
week. No, okay.
He's not.
I know he was practicing. His return date was supposed to be this week, but now that it's not, okay, I'm more confident with Jahad than the Kobe this week anyway. So our problem is we can't get to the quarterback. But as of right now, in the 4 games, we barely got 4 sacks. Like we can't get to the quarterback. That's our biggest problem. Well, in this game, I think we do get to Bo Nix once or twice because of Bo Nix and being inconsistent. I think we do get to him this week.
With the inconsistencies, he's still the second most protected quarterback in the league.
Yes, yep, that is true.
So I mean, like I said, our O line is fine. I'm not worried about. Listen, y'all have pressure. Y'all got it. Y'all are good. Y'all got a good D line, right? Well, right now, no, y'all's pressure isn't that great, but it can turn in a switch. We've seen it last year, man, multiple times. But no, bro, y'all ain't. I don't think y'all are gonna touch Bo like that, bro. I mean, and if y'all do, y'all got it, bro. I'll give y'all those flowers. I get flowers any time, but like that's one thing I'm not worried about 100%. I will stand on that. I don't think there should be a worry in Bo's head of I need my top tier O line to protect two people, pretty much. Hold on.
I
My
personally
question
think
is,
We'll see.
whoever
I
wins
got
the
a
ground
question. I
game
got a
is.
question. I got a question for y'all
No, I
Denver
actually
fans.
think whoever wins the ground game is going to win the game.
And as of right now, who's doing that?
Yeah, but you gonna commit to that though?
If
I
we
got a
got to, we got to, bro. Like you said, I mean, you think Bo's gonna make you know? I don't know. You didn't say fumbles or interceptions, but just turnovers, right? You
Mm-hmm.
give him more chances, he's gonna have turnovers. I think Sean Payton knows if that's happening, but your run game is going to really not to get away from it. You know, like that's Sean Payton. I give you, he has gone away from the run a couple times, but I think every coach in their career has, like John Harbaugh, for example. And if it's working, especially against a caliber team like you, I don't know why we don't. I wouldn't mind it at all, as long as we get the W. If it's a safety, bro. If it's tight and we get a safety, yeah, bro, let's run it. You know, it's any way to get that W if we got to run it.
I got a question for y'all Denver fans. Do you think y'all good on the road? Because I don't. Every loss y'all took has been on the road. Y'all won and y'all home, and y'all coming to Philly, where it's a very, very rowdy and gritty stadium.
Southgate or Train want to get this one?
All right, so I think that Denver can play on the road. I think that the key to this game, and it's always the same narrative, right? If we can stack the box, stop the run with Saquon Barkley, and make Jalen Hurts beat us with his arm, this is the same formula that Kansas City tried to use, and obviously they got dog walked in the Super Bowl, right? The only difference, I believe, is we have the secondary, we have the defensive backs that can match up to disrupt that pass with Jalen Hurts. Now, are we going to be able to get there with 4? Are we going to have to get there with 7? That's going to be the question. Like you said, our backs are against the wall because we are on the road in Philadelphia. As teams, we don't play you guys very often, so it's not like we're used to seeing this matchup. So I think that's what's going to kind of throw this game for a loop. Is you guys don't really play us, and we don't really play you. So I think it works on both sides.
Okay.
I want to add that Sean Payton has really done nothing but ask for road games, especially big road games. He made that clear last year that he wants that to happen because it gives his team more chemistry together. Like we were on the east side for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row last year, or whatever. I mean, he wants those games, and that's been him too. But I mean, the thing is, he went through a different division, and it was definitely not the AFC. But he wants those. I'm not worried about the road. I understand it's nice to play in Mile High, especially with the altitude. However, you see if that's that is. But I love it. But I'm not afraid of road.
Okay.
Now Philly. Now, if you start specifying certain teams on the road, yes, you know. But overall road, I'm not worried. Now Philly, Buffalo, Kansas City. Those are the 3 teams. Well, Baltimore, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel in Baltimore right now. But I think it's going to be a good game. And John, let me go back to yours too, because you said they're both physical. Yeah. So whenever 2 people are physical, where do you usually put your betting odds on? The bigger person.
The more physical person, it could be the
The
bigger person or the smaller person.
well, I mean, granted, if they're both if they're both physical, I'm usually putting my money on the bigger person. I think there's going to be a lot of back shoulders, and I think that's going to be a problem. I think that's going to be the difference on our offense. I'm going to make that claim actually right now is a bunch of back shoulders. That's going to be the running of our offense.
Hmm. Hmm.
And run
Do you
game.
guys
Clearly.
feel like AJ is going to want the ball, or Jalen's
Yeah.
going to try and force the ball to AJ at all?
He
It's
always
not.
he always gonna want the ball. That's not gonna change. I just think
Yeah.
it's ways to get AJ the ball without forcing the ball to AJ in the flow of the offense. There's plenty of ways to get him the ball. You don't got to force the ball to AJ.
Look this week for us to scheme, getting the ball through the scheme instead of just like throwing it to him or film passing plays.
Yeah, like I mean,
Look,
like our down and distance determine a lot of things. Like we in second and fours and third and twos and stuff like that. I mean, quick slants, comeback routes, things of that nature determine the flow of the offense. So I don't think you need to force feed AJ. I just need to run your offense, and we're gonna have our opportunities. When you start trying to force the ball to everything, you derail the train. You gotta keep the train on track.
Facts.
So I hope the Eagles don't fall into that trap like they did in the second half last week against Tampa. Come out throwing the ball to them 3 straight times. Play design. That's just not smart football. And then when you start doing that, you fall into them habits. And as a coach, you don't ever want to go into bad habits because that could follow you later on down the line. So every time he complain, you're gonna try to force feed the ball to him. So that makes no sense at all, man.
I agree too, but
I
sometimes
mean,
you gotta make.
I did see them force feed the ball to him in the end zone, trying to get him that tutty in the Tampa game.
Yeah, that could mess things up, man. Get in the flow of the offense.
100%. But I do say sometimes you you got to understand on his part, bro. The man didn't even get looked at for a minute, bro. Like he didn't. His reps went down. Everything just went down. So what do you think as a man that would make you feel?
No, I understand. No, I'm
You,
completely
you, you
no
know,
doubt about it.
so it's like
I'm not
you
mad at
almost
AJ.
got to do what you got to do, and it sucks. But as soon as you get AJ Brown cooking, who's stopping him?
No, I understand that. I'm not listen. What AJ got going on, I don't blame AJ.
Right.
Not at all. I don't never, ever. I said it about AJ. I don't blame AJ. What's going on? He's a wide receiver. He wanted to put his imprint on the game too. You got peers out here. You got peers out here that he think he better than. Only way he can show that if you get the football right.
Facts.
So I don't blame him for what he do. He a competitor, man. He's a competitor. I
He's
just
a
think it's
dog.
different ways you can approach it, as far as on the football field. Whatever he gonna say, he gonna say. AJ said something last year. If AJ stay with the
Mhm.
Eagles this year, he might say something else. If AJ stay with the Eagles next year, he might say something. So it is what it is, man.
It's your number one receivers that deserve the credit. It's just what it is. The CD, the people that get called crybabies in parentheses, should I say, or divas is what it is. I don't
Mhm.
know.
You're
It's
a
not
playmaker,
divas.
man.
It's just
You just want to be a playmaker. You a playmaker. You
right,
was born to be a playmaker. You get drafted to be a playmaker. You make big money to be a playmaker. You just want to get your shot. That's all it is, man.
right.
And
And if you care
I
about your
fully
team,
understand.
yeah, if you care about your team and your success is really through a lot of you, bro. Come on, bro. Like what?
Hmm. I just need to like find a way without or be honest with you. This to be honest, me looking at it, I'd rather force the ball to AJ going down the field. So if we do come up with a big play, knock on wood, it don't happen. It won't be costly with us from a comeback route or somebody pick six or something like that. You understand?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
if you forcing the ball to AJ, I'd rather force the ball down the field. So if you do get an interception, it's like a punt, something like that. I
Right.
don't want to be forcing them in the middle of the field or comeback routes or anything like that on
my
the
problem
30
is this.
on our 30-yard line and to give them switch the field position and things like that. You know what I'm saying? That could play a big part in football, man.
I mean, that's chess of football. I mean,
Right,
football's not just a and B. It's a whole game, bro. Like
right.
it's everything into the mix. That's why I think this game, because the matchup, bro, like it's such a good matchup. And then I mean, you're
No, it is.
different from who I talked to yesterday. If you want me to be real, but like matchup wise, this is gonna feed families. I really do think. I think this will be a game of the week. I got upset of the week, but
I mean, honestly, Eagle fans, no reason to be nice or polite. I mean, what's your honest opinion? You think it's an easy win? You think it's a difficult win? I mean, honest opinion.
Yeah, I think we win by double digits.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be 17 to 28 or 25. It's gonna be close game for me. I'm not sleeping on no team. I don't care who it is. I'm not sleeping on nobody. But teamwork. With the win.
Mm.
See like a 17-21 Eagles win, like defensive game where like the reason we win is because our defense does what they always do, get a turnover, or we get a
Hmm.
fourth down stop, or special teams. Our special teams have been huge the last couple weeks. I see one of those playing factor, and that's how we win. I see it as a real gritty game.
I see a double digit win, man. Because, like I said it before, I don't trust Denver's offense. When I seen
Right.
them playing Cincinnati, I wasn't scared at all. There was
Hmm.
no fear in my heart.
And then
I
see when
mean,
they revved up the competition a little bit, they don't seem like the same engine. But we'll see. I just don't trust. I don't trust Bo Nix to be patient enough to beat us.
Well,
Not at
to be
all.
honest with you, my honest opinion is I think Sunday night Eagle fans are going to come back to earth.
uh,
You've been on that spaceship ride too long.
I respect that. I respect that.
I ain't gonna go like that, but I'm gonna backpack off a jaw. I think it's exactly that 17-21, just reversed. I think our defense makes big time plays and big time moments. We've seen a consistency over 2 years of doing that,
Hmm.
whether it be a pick or a big fourth down stop. Man, I mean, we make plays.
I
I
respect that.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. You talk about a scoring defense too. Somebody that gets points off of turnovers. We're number two or we're top five for sure. Like we'll be fine, man, and it's going to be a good game. I don't think taking the loss really shows any negative in the Eagles' flaws, but it just shows praise for the Broncos. Eagles are a good team. We know that they're going to be a good team from week 5 to week 16. That's the Eagles, bro. Like, but it's just other teams around are getting just they're kind of building in the same way. I mean, like you said yesterday, you want to be we want to be like y'all. Well, I mean, of course, bro. Y'all just won the Super Bowl. Y'all had one of the greatest defenses I've seen in the past 15 years, bro. Like it was great, bro. A great team. So I mean, yeah, let's run
Mm.
it. Let's see if we can get better than that, though. Right. So I don't know. I think with what we got, I'm confident in this one. With it being a defensive battle, it's 17-21.
Understand. Well, listen, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I got to go on live. I appreciate y'all for having me. We see how the game turn out tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we get bragging rights.
Where we?
Tomorrow we
Like,
get
Good
quick
bragging
luck
rights.
question.
We see how
tomorrow,
the game
guys.
turn out.
Let's just hope
Where are
everybody
we?
gets off the
Oh yeah,
I
field
would
with
say
Jesus.
no
I would say
injuries.
good luck, but I don't mean it. I don't mean it.
Let's just hope everybody gets off the field with no injuries.
No,
Yes,
no,
sir.
no. There we go. There we go.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Thank you, y'all.
Yep.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
you got it.
All right.
Yeah, honestly, I'm hoping you guys are overlooking us. I see it being a close defensive matchup. I got 14-17 Broncos win by a last second field goal. That's going to be my prediction for the week. I think we pretty much covered all bases. Does anybody got any final thoughts?
There's no overlooking for me, for us, because we trying to get our offense to be consistent. Defense, I said it, we getting better and better every week. The offense has to get it going. And I said the next 3 games, the coordinator has to get it together. He has to get consistent. He has to get our weapons to start making better plays. So ain't no overlooking. I don't think that's the case.
So let me ask you something then, because you say it's not overlooking. You say that your team is inconsistent right now on the offense. They're not calling the right plays. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Your secondary's giving up. Your Dory Jackson's ass. And I'm not going after your team. But with that being said, let me ask you a double digit lead.
Double-digit lead based upon turnovers because the Eagles take care of the ball and we manage the clock real well. So you should know if you're watching Philly and when we put up our lead, we like to keep the ball offensively.
But if your run game as of right now isn't working, especially against us, let me just do a, a, a defensive front on the level of us, bro. It's different. I mean, I I hope the best, and I hope it's an actual good game. I hope we don't get blown out because, like I told Gibson yesterday, I was told that they are much better than us in everything. I asked him to show us then. Let me know as a fan how far away we are.
Listen, man.
You know what I'm
It,
saying? So
it,
I don't know.
every week, the Eagles play a game. We play a tough competitor. Tough competitor. I hear it every week. We're gonna blow you out. BTA. Y'all ain't got this, and that. We always find a way to win. Whether we down and we come back and win, or whether we up and let off the gas, but we still win. And the main reason we win is we take care of the ball very well. I think Jalen Hurts had one turnover in these past 4 games. One.
Yeah, kind of
So
like
when
the
you
Chiefs last
managing, and
year.
I'm gonna say it, the Eagles know how to the man the Eagles know how to manage the clock really well, especially when we up. But it's the OC that's not making the proper adjustments for me when team make adjustments on their defense. That's the thing.
Right, right. I hear you. I hear you for sure. But we with that much pressure, I think there's going to be some turnovers. Especially, I mean, on both sides. I think we're both going to turn it over. Uh, and I think it's just going to still just resort back to that last 2-3 minutes, man. Maybe the last, well, like, what was that called? What's the minutes in between, like halftime and the fourth quarter and the first starting minutes of the third? What is that? Whatever it is, I think that's where a lot of the turnovers that are going to change the momentum there, or the change the momentum coming out of the half. Things like that, and it's just going to carry on until the defensive moment. And I I hope, bro. I'm high on my team right now, bro. Different than 2 weeks ago, for sure.
I just want to say that Broncos game didn't prove anything. I mean, yeah, the last game I played didn't prove anything to me personally. You
That's
played a
that.
bad You played a bad defense with a backup quarterback,
Hey,
and
hey,
those
quick question: has any other team put up 500 yards on 'em?
500 yards and were only 28 points. That's not
That's
great.
fine. Bo Nix threw a red zone pick, so that would have been 35.
Yeah, but I still would like to see y'all
But
put up
but but
40.
but I, but I okay, bro.
No, I
People
said
always
I
want
would.
more. Nothing is
No,
good enough ever.
but hold on. Let me
It
just
is what it
explain
is.
why. Because y'all dominated that game from start to finish. I expected a more dominating score. Not that y'all didn't dominate. I just expected the score to be a lot more lopsided than it was.
We were running and chopping the clock off, bro. Because in the past weeks prior, we've seen in the fourth quarter that we fucked. Like we messed up in the fourth quarter, so we were sitting there chopping time down. That's why do you think J.K. Dobbins finally had 100 yards? Well, I mean, why do you think R.J. Harvey finally got his first touchdown? Because we were giving those people a chance to make plays and run the clock. But I hear you, bro. I hear you. We should have done more, bro. Every team should do more every week. So I mean, I hear you. I understand, but I don't think saying that proves nothing. Whenever no matter what, our offense was flowing, and then we turn around and put 500 yards up against any NFL team. We act like this is a college team or something. No, this is still an NFL team. It's poverty. It's poverty. It's ass, bro. But I'm not taking away. They're probably the second worst defense in the league. But it's still 500 yards. How many other teams have done that, bro? And let me ask you something. How many teams this year have put up 500 yards on anybody? I don't know the answer to that. I think I'm going to look it up after this. I'm going to see. It may be a couple games, couple teams here and there, but they're the elite offenses of the league, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it shows a little bit.
Well, the wild card could just be Bo Nix and Jalen Hurts. It might just come down to quarterback play because we got two solid defenses going at it. Uh, Obviously, the reigning defending champions. You guys have all the bragging rights in the world. We just hope we got to bring it back to earth. You know what I mean? So that's really all we got for today, guys. Good luck to the Eagles fans. We'll definitely talk about this. Obviously, we're going to see each other in the TikTok streets after this. So thank you guys for being on the show. Really appreciate you guys coming on. Bo, Dope, Santana, Coach Gibson, Jaw. Love you guys. pretty much that's all I got for today. Not Move
One more
podcast.
thing.
Yeah,
One
go
more
ahead.
thing.
Yeah.
So I want to say this. I appreciate everybody that came up here, and I appreciate Not Move in particular. Him, you, and JB, and all y'all. Y'all are doing work. Y'all keep it up, and I'll be back up here for sure. For sure. Oh, do me a favor. If y'all don't subscribe, even the people in here, Santana, Gibson, everybody that was here, if y'all didn't subscribe to them, subscribe to them.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me, Atrain.
All right, brothers. All right, we
All
will see you guys and talk about this after the game. Like I said, we're looking forward to a good game. Appreciate you guys coming on the show. Not moved out.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.